There's a dirt road off Highway 32 in northeast North Dakota that leads you to a family farm not unlike many that you'd see in this part of the country. But while the setting may be typical, the people who live here are anything but, especially the young man who calls this place his part-time home. His name is Hunter Pinke, and he's changing the world.
Hunter was just always a very determined kid. He just has always had that drive within him. We moved to my husband's hometown, Wishick, North Dakota, when Hunter was going into the 4th grade. Hunter was in just a small town of 1,000 people. We lived on the edge of town.
I'm a proud Class B North Dakota kid, and I grew up in that small town lifestyle.
He got to play every sport and be in every extracurricular activity that Wishick School offered.
It definitely increased my leadership skills, and it definitely made me want to strive to be the best.
As a multi-sport all-state athlete and class valedictorian, Hunter had no shortage of college options as high school wound down. But a special connection with the University of North Dakota and the school's head football coach made his decision an easy one.
Bubba Schwagert is from our county in McIntosh County. Bubba came and spoke at the Fellowship of Christian Athletes banquet. He leaned over and said, it would be cool to play for a guy like him.
I bleed Kelly Green. I said it from the start. This was the place that I wanted to be at.
Hunter arrived on UND's campus in 2016 with great expectations, but his time in Grand Forks didn't get off to the best start.
I think Hunter would be the first one to say that he had some rough parts of his freshman year.
I think I was the first person in my class to get in trouble with the cops on a weekend, and I'll let you guys fill in the blanks there. Ev Nelson gave me a call and goes, "Hey Hunter, I think you'd be a great fit to be a leader on our FCA team." And I'm like, "Ev, are you blind? Like, have you seen my past 9 months here? Like, me and the cops are good friends." And he's like, "I'm not worried about that. Like, I see your heart, I see your potential. You want to talk about it." When a time when I didn't really believe in myself, people around me believed in me.
Ev picked Hunter up and let him lead.
He has an infectious personality, there's no doubt about it. He went to Guatemala with us on a mission trip a few years ago. The kids that were there that we were serving were so attracted to him and just so fired up about him.
My faith kind of became my own, and it wasn't so much my family's faith or how I was brought up. It really changed things for me and kind of gave me a new outlook.
Hunter's growth off the field coincided with an expanded leadership role within the team as well, and on-field success soon followed.
Set shoot, steps into a passing lane, goes downfield. He's got a man, and that is caught. Touchdown, North Dakota. And it looked to be, it is Pinke.
Hello, Wishick.
After the 2019 football season finished, Hunter was invited to join one of his teammates on a ski trip to Colorado over Christmas break.
We had skied Montana, I'd skied the West Coast, never been to Colorado, so I'm like, yes, of course.
What happened next would change everything.
I decided to head down early, get my skis, and I gave my mom a call. It's gonna be a great day, weather's beautiful. I remember she ended the conversation saying what almost all mothers say when they get off the phone with their kid is, just be safe. I love skiing in the trees. It's peaceful, it's just you and the mountain, it's quiet. So as I come out of the trees, that's when I saw the other skier. I remember thinking, turn, 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 and I couldn't turn soon enough. And so we collided, and that's when I lost my balance and ended up going head first into a tree. So the other skier came over, and I'm starting to kind of freak out at this point. I can't feel my legs, and I said, "Are you a Christian?" He said, "Yeah, I am." And I said, "I think we should pray."
It wasn't really until we had ski patrol on speakerphone that we started to understand that Hunter had no feeling from the chest down and that he was being airlifted off the mountain.
My surgery was 8 hours long.
The middle of his back was shattered.
I broke T5 through T8 of my spine, and my spinal cord injury happened at T6-7. What that means is I am a complete injury paraplegic and am fully paralyzed from the chest down. When the doctor first tells you that, there's a lot of emotion that goes into that, you know.
I first told him that you have a future, it's just not the one we planned.
There's the thought of, like, why me? Why this have to happen to me? But for me, right after I thought, you know, why me? This thought of, you know, why not me popped into my head. This is the hand that I was dealt, and now what can I make out of it? I did 9 days at St. Anthony's in Lakewood, and then I got transferred to Craig Hospital, top 10 rehab facility in the world. Specializes in spinal cord injuries and traumatic brain injuries. I was at Craig for 2 months of inpatient stay, and at Craig they teach you how to live again.
I mean, he couldn't do anything for himself, nothing. And then they come in and tell you that they're gonna train him to be independent. And you're just like, he can't get out of the bed.
Hunter's transition to life without the use of his lower half was an everyday challenge in the weeks after the accident. But his mental strength and the constant support of an entire state helped him to adjust.
He'd never been in a situation like that before, but I think the way that he responded was not completely unexpected.
Hunter's athletic experience in many ways prepared him for spinal cord injury rehab, which was just like, let's get up, let's go.
There's kind of a running joke at Craig of who was in my fan section today. It was awesome, the support system that I had come visit me, let alone the support that I got from the region.
People just really rallied behind Hunter, and there was an unbelievable amount of prayer.
There were a number of things that were going on around the community, and Hunter would be the first one to admit that he recognized and felt those prayers.
After nearly 3 months in Colorado, Hunter returned to North Dakota in March of 2020. He resumed taking classes at UND that summer and rejoined the football team, this time as a team captain. He's been invited to share his story at schools and churches across the Dakotas, and it's not surprising that his testimony and his outlook on life are an inspiration to those who hear it.
Early on, we had a spinal cord injury doctor tell us Hunter may accomplish more from the chair than he would have standing.
You know, the way God works is sometimes we don't understand most of the time what his plan is, and the impact that Hunter has had around the world, how he's been able to share his faith and persevere through his injury has been so inspiring to so many people, far beyond what anybody could have ever imagined.
Why can't I be the guy in the chair that changes the world? Why can't I have a family? Why can't I go be whatever I want to be? Why can't I find me a reason? You can't. You know, at Craig, they tell you, you can have bad days. And, you know, personally, I just said, like, screw that, I'm not gonna have bad days. You know, like, don't tell me I'm gonna have a bad day, because every day going forward from this point on could have been taken away from me. There's a good day always around the corner. You can get through the tough days, you get to a good day, and then you just stack good days on good days. If you stack enough good days on top of each other, eventually, without even realizing it, you got a great life.
And joined now by Alex Heinert, and obviously great story. And we talk about inspiration on this show a lot, and this one has it all.
It certainly checks all the boxes. I mean, a great kid before the injury, and it's been awesome to see what he's done after the fact.
UND played a spring football season in 2021, and Hunter was still involved with the team, right?
Yeah, he was a captain on the team, but more so than that. Like, he was not just an honorary captain. He's on the field at every practice, coaching up the guys. He was on the field for the coin toss in the NDSU game. He's been a big part of their success this season.
And he is set to graduate from UND in the spring, correct?
Yep, he'll finish up with his degree in mechanical engineering. He's going on next year to pursue a master's in architecture. He's just a talented young man that can do really whatever he wants to, even in a chair.
All the best to him going forward. Thanks a lot. Alex Heinert.